Alright, first things first is my theory. My theory goes, ever since Resident Evil 5 originally came out, right, I've always had this theory. So this is going to be my Resident Evil 5 theory, then we're going to jump into something else. But my Resident Evil 5 theory was always... I always assumed and theorized that Wesker's Ouroboros sample was corrupted. And that something was wrong with it. Because in Resident Evil 5, everybody infected with Ouroboros became a horrible monster. Including Wesker. So if Ada's changing course to go somewhere else, I think she's doing something to whatever, corrupt the amber or corrupt the sample, whatever the fuck. And then that's how we're going to get it in Resident Evil 5. That has always been like my personal theory. I've always thought that. Now, oh fuck it, let's do it for both. So, as for the second thing, whether this confirms Resident Evil 5 remake or Resident Evil Code Veronica remake, I have one definite thing to say. If they do announce Resident Evil 5 remake, then they are definitely not doing Code Veronica. Because as much as I would want to see Code Veronica remade, they cannot do it after 5. They have to do Code Veronica before 5. Because the technical, like, lore is just, it's 1, 2, and Code Veronica. 3 was like a little side thing, whatever, but, if it's not Code Veronica next that they announce, and they just skip to 5, then we are not getting Code Veronica. Which sucks, because I think they could do a lot with Code Veronica. But, because the whole thing with 5 is that 5 is the first time that Chris met Wesker after he thought he was dead. So Veronica's like in the middle. Yeah, technically, the technical order of things is 1, 2, and Code Veronica. Code Veronica was supposed to be the third one. But they did Resident Evil 3 because, you know, they just wanted to have another numerical thing, and they have like all the assets. Because basically Resident Evil 3 is basically like 90% of the assets from Resident Evil 2, minus like more open world stuff. So now I'm playing 5 for the first time right now. Oh, let's go. 0 and 1. Yes. Or they could remake Resident Evil 0, which I would also like. Because while 0 was a good game, you don't have universal item storage, which is like the top thing I hate about that game. That and those white baboons. But that's neither here nor there. So, Resident Evil 5, Capcom has got a... Capcom, see, here's my thing, right? Because I'm conflicted. I would want them to do Code Veronica or 0 before they do 5. But if they do 5, then we can get a remake of 6. Because 6 needs to be thrown out. It needs to be thrown out and started over and done better and all that shit. Because I hate 6. I do. And I feel like all of these remake games are basically their way of trying to retcon Wesker's lava bath from Resident Evil Resident Evil 5.